If you're a mortgage professional, here is how to find first-time homebuyers for you and your referral partners, step by step with scripts and a playbook for you and your sales and marketing efforts. We are all ears, listening for new ways to get business in a market where the total share of business is less than 50% of what it was a year ago. Because of that, making every action count by creating leads for yourself and at the same time, either helping your referral partners or using those leads to entice and recruit more partners is the winning strategy. This is a playbook and strategy specifically built around the predictive first-time homebuyer scenario alerts in MonitorBase. A predictive first-time homebuyer alert in MonitorBase is when a contact in your database, whether that's a phone contact, an email contact, a CRM contact, past clients, pre-quals, denials, anyone in that list has a high probability of purchasing a new home in the short term, and they've never had a mortgage before on their credit. So this is a great opportunity to refer a buyer to an agent ahead of your competitors. A little background here is this contact meets your minimum credit criteria that's set at an organizational level and has one of the following scenarios. One of those would be a mortgage inquiry in the past 18 months, but no new mortgage on credit. So that was a mortgage attempt. And the borrower has since that attempt significantly reduced revolving debt utilization, and really mostly in the past 6 months. Usually this is a really good sign of a serious buyer. And maybe in their previous attempt, that debt to income ratio was an issue that held them back. Or, perhaps they've recently had an increase in their income. Either of those scenarios, things are moving in the right direction and you should connect. Or the other scenario is they have a high buyer predictive score because they voluntarily closed multiple credit lines in the past 6 months. This is similar, but usually it's a leading indicator of a first-time home buyer getting serious and being prepared for that mortgage. Maybe they're trying to improve their credit, or maybe they've had an increase in income. Either way, they're focused on finances right now, and it's an excellent time to reconnect. The primary value of a first-time homebuyer campaign is that they may or may not be working with an agent yet. If you refer a soon-to-be buyer to an agent, you'll likely get more of their other business. They don't have to get a mortgage right now or a mortgage from you at all for you to be able to refer them to that agent, and just sending those referrals is going to create a huge surge of reciprocity. Buying a home for the first time is scary, it's intimidating, and it takes a lot of time. But if you can send some potential buyers, first-time buyers, to an agent, you'll find that that agent is sending you buyers back. Oftentimes, those buyers are further down the line and more prepared to purchase than those first-time buyers that you referred over. And this is likely to create business for you that closes sooner than the deals that you're actually referring to that agent. You're playing chess here, not checkers. So I say it every time, but with these predictive scenario alerts, we're out here trying to get ahead of the curve. So we can alert you before they start that loan with a competitor. It's about probabilities and it's a numbers game. Not all of these people will want or need a mortgage right now, and that's okay. Almost every one of these people is going to want and need a mortgage in the future. So the only alert that we have that's like 100% probability this person needs a mortgage right now or is looking for a mortgage right now is the inquiry alert. But that's where someone is already starting that loan process with someone else. So when someone hits this predictive score, you know that they are statistically way more likely to be in the market than anyone else in your database. And it's way more likely, but even then, the three most probable outcomes here from you reaching out to these predictive alerts is one, that they aren't in the market, or they're thinking about it, but they're not ready to move forward right now. Maybe short to medium term, they will be interested, or they're interested in moving forward in the short term. You don't know which is which when you're doing that initial outreach. You don't know who is going to be in each category. So you have to reach out, keeping in mind that they may be in any one of those three scenarios. So kind of our initial script for this, and this is just an example of how you might reach out. So make this your own, adopt it into your own words, but it's going to be, hey, John, it's William with MonitorBase. You want to make a connection at this point. You want to remind them of how you know each other. This will change the tone of the conversation from a cold call to a warm call. For example, if they helped you in financing your last car, bring that up. If this is a contact that you received a referral from an agent on, bring that up. If this is someone that started talking to you at a homebuyer seminar, bring that up. So, hey, we worked together a couple of years ago to purchase my SUV, or I work closely with agent Rachel, or, you used to work with my brother, right? Like, what is the context for your relationship to that person? You get the picture. Once you've made that context, now the conversation has relevance, and now it's time to start talking about them. So you say something like, hey, you may have seen the letter or email from me recently. My system periodically reaches out to qualified clients that may be in the market, and your name popped up, so I thought I would just give you a quick call and see if I could answer any housing or market related questions for you. Now, allow them to talk. Ask follow-up questions that will get them talking about their future plans. Have you been looking at any new homes? Or have you thought about moving anytime in the future? Have you done a rent versus buy analysis? Would you be interested in having an agent give you a good idea of what properties are available in your area right now? It's about giving value. Let the conversation continue from here with you asking questions about them, and let them tell you how you can help them. Remember, selling and buying a home, it's complicated. All you are looking for in the initial call is if they have an intention of buying in the coming months. People don't want mortgages, they want homes. So the more value that you can give them in the form of insights, answering questions, the more likely they're going to be to open up and have a meaningful discussion with you. Rates and terms sound very similar from one lender to another. Tell them how you are unique compared to other lenders and why you like helping people find their dream home or their first home. So the possible next steps here, depending on which of the three scenarios turns out to be the case, they're interested in moving forward in the short term. You're a mortgage professional. You know what to do if that person tells you they want to get a loan. But if they're thinking about buying, you should try and connect them with an agent right away. Make sure to make the introduction. Not only will this strengthen your relationship with that agent, but it saves you from having to defend the deal from whatever preferred lender the agent they choose to work with on their own is working with and tries to push on them. Also, if you have a tool like MBS Highway, this is an excellent time to send them a rent versus buy comparison and help them build the confidence that they need to get through the process. If, however, they're thinking about it, but they're not ready right now, maybe medium term they're going to be interested, but if they're thinking about buying, again, try your best to connect them with an agent. If nothing else, follow up with an email thanking them for their time. And now that you've got them thinking, you want it to be easy for them to find your contact information if they do want to discuss further or they do have questions. And then schedule a follow-up in your calendar for your next engagement, especially if they said they might be interested in the next year. If they asked for any kind of information, provide that quickly and let them know you'll check back after they've had a chance to review it. It's up to you always to make that next step. If they just tell you they're not in the market, well, they're a person. There are other things to talk about. Don't just rush off of the phone. Connect and they will remember you. And then thank them for their time and set a nurture campaign to send them an email every couple of months. And in all honesty, guys, in most situations, they're probably not going to answer that phone call. So leave a voicemail using a similar script. Send a text message if you can, and send a follow-up email. Set reminders to follow up again in 1 or 2 weeks. It's all about the numbers here. You'll have to make several calls and emails before anybody answers or responds, and then you're going to have to speak with several people before someone says they're interested and ready to go. But even the people who are ready might not be ready right now. All of these things take time, and as much as we want to rush forward, it's important to remember it's a process. Follow the process, repeat it, optimize it, and you'll find that within just a few months, you're seeing consistent results. And one of the things that makes the first-time homebuyer campaign and alerts so useful is they can be referrals, which, when executed, will generate reciprocal referrals from your current partners or help you create new partners. We have users who report 3 or 4 to 1 return referrals for each referral they send to an agent. It's like investing with compound interest. The longer it goes, the more you will see a return on your investment. And you're planting seeds today that will produce results in the future. You can't plant today and expect to harvest tomorrow. So success with a system like this will be you capturing an extra deal or 2 each month out of your phone, email, and CRM contacts, while simultaneously being able to generate those referrals and send those referrals to your partners to strengthen those existing relationships or to create new ones. Reach out to sales@monitorbase.com or visit our website if you'd like to learn more about the first-time homebuyer alerts inside of MonitorBase.